Heart on a Video, I'm here to narrate the secret life of Otago University students. The Otago University Students Association, OUSA, is the Students' Association of the University of Otago, New Zealand. OUSA was founded in 1890 to advance student interests on campus. Today, OUSA provides a combination of representation, welfare, advocacy, recreation, and events for its members. It runs student support services, supports clubs and societies on campus, and organizes the University of Otago Orientation and Reorientation Weeks. OUSA has a number of subsidiary brands and companies, including Critic Te Ārohi, the student magazine, Radio 1, the student radio station, University Bookshop Limited, and Planet Media. Otago University students juggle demanding degrees with surprising passions and hidden hobbies. As well as providing facilities and student representation on university committees, the Students' Association began to provide services and facilities for its members. The first student union building, providing meeting rooms, men's and women's common rooms, and a cafeteria, was established in 1904 Allen Hall, which is today the university's theater department. In the 1960s, a bigger student union was built, and in the 1980s, an adjoining building was added to house the OUSA offices, Radio 1, Critic, and Student Job Search. The Clubs and Societies building provides space for over 100 student clubs and a variety of activities, with fitness and recreation opportunities provided at Unipol, jointly owned with the Otago Polytechnic Students Association. OUSA also owns the University Bookshop and Student Job Search. Over the years, the Students' Association has had its share of controversy, frequently around risque activities during capping, graduation week. In 1990, student parties spilled over into the Dunedin riot, which damaged public opinion of students at a time when student politicians were actively lobbying and protesting against the introduction of tertiary tuition fees. The arguments against tuition fees included research predictions of massive graduate debt and increased brain drain, graduates leaving the country for lucrative overseas positions. OUSA and students' associations around the country protested vigorously. Up to 5,000 people marched in Dunedin alone, but were unable to stop the fees, which were introduced in 1991. In July 2010, the OUSA executive was controversially restructured. Initiated by President Harriet G. O'Kagan, the new executive would have 10 members: President, Administrative Vice President, Finances and Services Officer, Education Officer, Welfare Officer, and 5 general representatives, each holding a portfolio: postgraduate students, international students, campaigns, recreation, and colleges and communications. A referendum on the issue resulted in a 72.19% vote for the new structure, caused a large number of complaints, none of which were upheld, and divided the existing OUSA executive. The introduction of tuition fees has led to an increased focus on quality of education, with improvements to the student representative system and more student input on teaching and assessment. At the same time, the growing student population has meant that OUSA services from recreation facilities to student media have become businesses in their own right. Otago University students juggle demanding academics with surprising hidden passions and social lives. Under the Education Act 1989, membership in OUSA was compulsory for students enrolled at the University of Otago. However, since 2011, the government made all Students' Association in New Zealand voluntary membership. The OUSA now maintains a service-level agreement with the university, which sees a proportion of the compulsory student services levy used to pay for OUSA services for students. This allows for the ongoing financial viability of the association. Otago University students juggle demanding degrees with surprising hidden passions. The association is headed by a 12-member executive led by the OUSA president. The executive consists of the president, administrative vice president, finance and strategy officer, welfare and equity representative, academic representative, political representative, clubs and societies representative, residential representative, international students representative, postgraduate students representative, and the president of the University of Otago Pacific Island Students Association. Executive meetings are held weekly or fortnightly and are open to all members. Student general meetings are held periodically throughout the year to consult with and engage the wider student body in a more formal context. Otago University students juggle demanding academics with surprising hidden passions and social lives. Elections are held annually to select the incoming executive for the following year. Election weeks typically involve candidate forums for questions and debating between individuals running for office. In September 2008, President-elect Joe Moore was disqualified from becoming the 2009 president after a complaint. She came within 20 meters of a polling facility during voting. Otago University students juggle demanding academics with surprising hidden passions and social lives. The OUSA is responsible for organizing the annual Orientation Week events held at the beginning of the university year. A number of well-known artists have performed at these events, including Macklemore, Tinny Tempa, Empire of the Sun, Flume, and Shapeshifter. At the beginning of the second semester, in July, OUSA organizes the equivalent reorientation events. The Hyde Street Party, also known as the Hyde Street Keg Party, is an annual event held in Dunedin in the first semester for students from the University of Otago and Otago Polytechnic, where many participants wear fancy dress. The event originated in 1995, starting as a post-exam celebration organized by residents. The first event saw roughly 3,000 people and attracted bonfires, riot police, and 13 students were arrested. It has since become a regular part of the Otago University social calendar. Since 2013, OUSA has organized the ticket sales and the health and safety surrounding the event. Other regular events organized by the OUSA include Market Days, Art Week, Diversity Week, the Capping Show, the Dunedin Craft Beer and Food Festival, and an annual Battle of the Bands competition. Otago University students juggle demanding academics with a surprising array of hidden passions and activities. As the largest student association at the University of Otago, the majority of on-campus clubs and societies affiliate to the association. Notably, the Otago University Debating Society, now an affiliated club, predates the formation of the association. And it was members of the Debating Society that initiated the formation of OUSA in 1890. There are a number of long-standing clubs and societies on campus, including the Otago University Rowing Club, the Otago University Rugby Football Club, and the Otago University Medical Students Association. Today, there are more than 150 clubs and societies affiliated to OUSA, representing a range of ethnicities, religions, politics, sports, and interests of Otago students. The OUSA Clubs and Societies Center houses the staff that manage the various clubs and societies and the recreation programs organized by OUSA. Facilities within the center for students include a sauna, study rooms, music rooms, dance rooms, storage for clubs, and an exercise hall. A number of recreation classes are organized and run from the center, including arts, crafts and cooking, music, sport, and dance. Lunches are available at the center daily during university semesters. Otago University students juggle demanding courses with vibrant social lives, often surprising those who think they know them. OUSA owns and maintains a department that provides support and advocacy for students. This includes class representation, queer support, a hardship fund, and advocacy for a number of grievances. Otago University students juggle demanding degrees with a surprising array of hidden passions and nocturnal activities. Critic is the official magazine of the Otago University Students Association. It is freely available around both the university's campus and selected sites in Dunedin City weekly during term time. Critic is New Zealand's longest-running student newspaper, having been published since 1925. Weekly circulation is 5,000 copies, with an estimated readership of 21,000. Critic is a member of the Aotearoa Student Press Association, ASBA, and was awarded Best Publication in the annual ASBA Awards in 2005, 2006, 2008, 2010, 2012, and 2013. Critic has caused controversy on a number of occasions in the past. In 2006, the Office of Film and Literature Classification banned an issue of the magazine, due to it containing a how-to guide on drug rape. Possession or distribution of this issue was deemed illegal. In 2010, the Press Council upheld a complaint against Critic over the article, "The Bum at the Bottom of the World," which depicted 3 people the publication deemed homeless and vagrant. In 2013, Critic's editor Callum Frederick received a $35,000 payout after a series of personal disputes with OUSA General Manager Daryl Hall. Frederick was suspended by Hall on Friday, 3 May, and was trespassed from OUSA buildings by Hall after attending a meeting on Monday, 6 May, to explain the situation to staff, before being asked to leave by police. After filing legal proceedings, Frederick accepted a $35,000 settlement package from OUSA on Friday, 17 May, and resigned as editor. Otago University students juggle demanding degrees with surprising passions and hidden hobbies. Radio 1, or The One, is a student radio station operating from the University of Otago in Dunedin, New Zealand. It broadcasts on a frequency of 91 MHz. The station is run largely by volunteer announcers, with a small paid staff. It runs a wide variety of general interest and specialist shows to audiences not catered for by other Dunedin radio stations, such as New Zealand Music show the local and cannabis law reform radio show Overgrown. It is run by Planet Media on behalf of Otago University Students Association. In the station's early years, Radio 1 was broadcast from a 100-watt ERP transmitter atop the 11-story Hawken Building, now Richardson Building, then the tallest building on the university campus. In the late 1980s, the station moved their transmitter to Dunedin's main frequency modulation radio transmitter atop Mount Cargill, north of the campus. This gives the station a range which covers much of coastal Otago, from Oamaru to past Balclutha. Radio 1 can now be heard anywhere in the world as it streams all content in 128 kbit/s stereo MP3 over the internet. The impetus for the station began with an open letter to the president of the association, then Phyllis Comerford, from Alastair Thompson, who had worked on the Waikato University student radio station. This letter brought together other interested parties, including members of the bands Netherworld Dancing Toys and the Verlaines. With a grant from the OUSA of approximately $12,000, the station first went to air in early 1984, broadcasting from the OUSA's former boardroom. The station ran on a part-time basis during the university year until the mid-minus 1,990 seconds, from which time it has been operating round the clock throughout the year in a new annex to the Student Union building, which was specifically designed to house the station, the OUSA's offices, and the university's student newspaper Critic. The station celebrated its 25th birthday at the beginning of 2009. Radio 1 alumni include Shane Carter, Wallace Chapman, Charlotte Glennie, Sam Hayes, Jan Hellriegel, Leslie Paris, David Pine, Brent Hodge, Sean Norling, Chris Armstrong, and Rhea Vandervis. Aaron Hawkins served as Radio 1's breakfast host from 2006 to 2013, and music director from 2011 to 2013, before standing for the Dunedin mayoralty and being elected a Dunedin City Central Ward Councillor. Otago University students juggle demanding degrees with surprising passions and hidden hobbies. 3 well-known past presidents of OUSA: Grant Robertson, Wellington Central MP for the New Zealand Labour Party; Sir John Arthur Stallworthy, Nuffield Professor of Obstetrics and Gynecology at the University of Oxford; and T. Rangi Hiroa, renowned doctor, military leader and Maori politician. Francisco Hernandez, President 2013, Green Party Member of Parliament; Aisha Verrall, President 2001, Labour Party Member of Parliament; Rachel Brooking, President 1997, Labour Party Member of Parliament; Grant Robertson, President 1993, Labour Party Member of Parliament, Deputy Prime Minister 2020-23, University of Otago Vice-Chancellor; Kirsty Graham, President 1992, Deputy Permanent Representative Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade, New York; Helen Varley Jamison, President 1991, playwright and digital artist. Sir John Doig, President 1988, Chief Executive of the Commonwealth Games Council for Scotland. David Payton, President 1976, Administrator of Toklau 2000 and 6-9 and Ambassador to the Netherlands 2000 and 2-6 and Saudi Arabia 1997-2000. Sir James Bruce Robertson, President 1968, President of the Law Commission and High Court Judge. Patrick Thomas Finnegan, President 1967, filed the injunction in Finnegan v. New Zealand Rugby Football Union to stop the 1985 All-Black Tour to South Africa. Sir Murray Brennan, President 1964, Chairman of the Surgery Department of the Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center and author. Sir Frank Holmes, President 1947, economist and government advisor. Jack Dodd, President 1946, Hector's Medal winner and well-known physicist. Dr. Douglas Peter, Doug, Kennedy, President 1937, Director General of Health. Wilfred Mick Borey, President 1936, demographer and Australian government advisor. Sir John Arthur Stallworthy, President 1930, Nuffield Professor of Obstetrics and Gynecology, University of Oxford. Philip Sidney de Quetteville Cabot, President 1924-26, founding President of the National Union of Students, precursor to NZUSA, and an all-black. Professor Alexander Aitken, President 1920, renowned mathematician who developed a number of novel methodologies such as Aitken extrapolation. T. Rangi Hiroa, Sir Peter Buck, President 1901, renowned doctor, politician, and military leader. Otago University students juggle demanding academics with a vibrant social scene, often surprising those who think they know them. Barry Allen, Treasurer 1986, Contract Law and Torts Law Lecturer at the University of Otago. Lady Nola Holmes, Women's Vice President 1946-47, the first women's vice president to receive honorary life membership. Aaron Hawkins, appointed 2024 Mayor of Dunedin. Sukai Turner, appointed 2004 Mayor of Dunedin. Ronald Chambers, appointed 1999, University of Otago Proctor 1980-2001. Rod Carr, appointed 1980, University of Canterbury Vice-Chancellor 2009-2019. Sir Arthur Beecham, appointed 1966, University of Otago Vice-Chancellor 1963-66. George V.I. made a life member when visiting the University of Otago as Duke of York. In 1927, Otago University students juggle demanding studies with surprising passions and hidden routines.